Hello friends, Julia here. Welcome to another monthly bullet journal setup. I hope everyone is staying safe and doing well out there. I'm super excited to be planning this month as it's the very first month in my brand new bullet journal after being in my Nuna journal for 10 whole months. So yeah, welcome aboard. Let's get right into it. You guys know the drill here. I'm starting off with the quote page, and for this one, I'm going with, "She had a galaxy in her eyes, a universe in her mind," which I thought was just a really pretty quote and fit with the overall mood I'm going for. Throughout this theme, I'll just be mostly using the Archer and Olive acrylograph paint pens, but per usual, I'll leave supplies in the description if you're interested in anything I'm using here. The doodles throughout this month are pretty simple, just different eye motifs using this cupcake pastel goodness of a color palette mixed with dots and stars. Really fun to recreate and sort of make your own. For the title page, I'm just drawing in another eye and just following those lines on the bottom and top for a little bit of a stylistic lid. It ends up looking a bit more complicated than it actually is, or maybe just a bit more graphic, I don't know, but I did like how this turned out. I pulled in my iris circle maker to make the circle around the eye, and I'm just going to fill that in with a lighter blue Tombow. So I chose this theme mostly because I've been super obsessed with the new album called Alms by Deftones, and the front cover is just these sort of haunting eyes. So I let myself be inspired by that artwork and the album itself, but wanted to make it a bit more light overall. In addition to washi tape accents, I'm also adding bits of black paper to contrast the dominant light colors in the palette, and with that, we'll call this spread good and done. I totally forgot to light my candle, and what's a good journaling session without some cozy candle vibes? But yeah, moving on to the monthly spread. I'm trying not to use a black fine liner as much this month, just to sort of soften everything up a bit. So I'm using I don't even know what to call this color, like a dark blush. Okay, the pen says wine, so I'm doing my calendar in a wine outline, and since I'm in a slightly smaller journal, the calendar will take up most of the spread. Along the bottom will be my 3 monthly goals, and along the top, I'm doodling more eye-centric graphics to, of course, tie the theme all together. I'm sticking my YouTube tracker inside of the calendar to check in with every Sunday, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can follow along with me in the new journal. To finish this spread off, I'm adding in some of those same accent elements and a few star doodles to call it good. next spread on the docket is my habits and mood trackers. For the header, I'm drawing yet another eye, and this one will have some dripping bits just for fun. For this one, I'm using a bit more black for the mini calendars and sort of simplifying the usual layout by not putting the numbers in the actual calendar, so I will be putting a dot in the days I complete the habits I'm tracking. If you've seen my previous tracker pages, you know I like to print calendar stickers for these, but since the dots are more comfortably spaced in this journal, I thought I'd take a stab at just drawing them. And yeah, my mood tracker is also simplified this month, and I'll just be coloring in these circles as they match my overall mood for the day. I'm keeping my meal log in the setup again this month, and this page is set up as a simple grid. I'll write in meals and the total of takeout days in the very last box. Since November is a time to really reflect on what we're all thankful for, the next page, which is really usually the box a day page, will magically transform into a gratitude page where I'll write down something I'm thankful for each day. For this header, I'm drawing in a hanging eyeball thingy and simply numbering the spaces to correlate to each day. The opposite page is a page I'm bringing over from last month. It's a what I'm into page, and here I'll just doodle in or print out or take note of some of the things I'm really into this month, because I think it'll be interesting to come back to these further down the line and see if those things are even still relevant. Along the bottom, I'm scribbling in a Deftones lyric from a completely different album, Around the Fur, but the lyric is, "I just want your eyes fixated on me," which, I mean, obviously goes with the crazy eye theme overall, so I thought it would be a nice touch to include here. The next spread is a quickie to set up. It's a privacy note spread, and I've been using this spread the last couple of months, mostly for meeting notes, but for this one, I'm drawing two eyes on both pages and giving it that finished look by adding a border and some washi tape, of course. Okay, the last spread for this setup is the first weekly spread, and I decided to try something completely different this go around. I'm a little nervous about how functional it's going to be for my lifestyle since I typically need a lot of space for daily tasks, but it's always fun to try new weekly layouts. For this one, I'm drawing a huge eye in the center of the spread, and I'll just use the space around it for the daily task list. So I totally spaced that the month and this particular week should start on a Sunday, so I ended up having to fix the start date. Luckily, with the acrylograph pens, you can basically just paint over just about anything, so I did try that. The left side ended up looking a bit more gray because I didn't let it dry long enough. You guys know me and my patience situation, so I don't think it ended up being too distracting in the end though. I am keeping my wash day tracker along the bottom of the spread and just decided to split that up into 2 columns. If you guys want to see how the rest of the weekly spreads turn out, follow me over on Instagram. I live stream weekly setups on there and over on Twitch. I think it's always fun to get you guys' input with the weeklies as they happen. I will also leave a link for this month's free printables down in the description if you want to recreate this theme or just use them in your own projects. Before we get into the final flip through, I just want to thank you guys for watching this month's setup. Drop a comment down below what your favorite spread was this month. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys. And if you like this video, here are a couple more I think you would enjoy.